I wanted to do a video about this specific topic and this specific video, which has gone viral at this point. But the women in the original video in the comments were just going crazy. Oh, now I have to learn Russian and move to Russia. Really? They don't take into account that the average wages in Russia is $700 a month. What do we constantly hear from Western women? He has to be 6 feet and make six figures. That's all they care about is more money, so that they can kick their feet up and really do nothing, I guess. But at the end of the video, there's an explanation from a Russian woman who explains like you have no idea what you're talking about. And she explains the pros and the cons. But I just thought it was funny because 5 minutes ago it was 4B everything. And you can open any app and see how much you're hated as a man.
America versus Russia, asking men if they would provide for their woman.
Well, it just depends, you know. Number one, why would I? But what is she doing while I'm working? You know, it's kind of like each relationship now is a 50-50.
То, наверное, да. Вот, потому что все-таки я беру ответственность за человека.
Nah, she has to provide for herself. She's an adult.
Конечно, если жена, это семья, это дети, и, конечно, в идеале, чтобы она уделяла 100% времени воспитанию.
Well, I mean, I would want it to be 50-50. That's the current situation I have. Right?
Если ей не хочется работать, если ей не хочется самореализовываться, ей приятно находиться на моем содержании, почему нет, я могу себе это позволить.
I would. I would probably inspire her to work, just so I can see that there is some motive going in her future.
Жизнь, моя жизненная ситуация устраивает, и я живу с девушкой, я ее содержу.
Она должна другие функции выполнять, а мужчина на своем месте всегда.
Asking Russian men if they would date an American woman.
Как фетиш, наверное, или мечта нет, как вариант, не исключаю такой вероятности.
So that guy was pretty clear. He said, I would try it as a fetish, but there's an explanation from an actual Russian woman who breaks everything down.
I am Russian woman, and suddenly everybody love Russian man because he takes responsibility. And let me give you my perspective on that. Yes, Russian man pays in a relationship. I've never heard about 50-50 or like paying on a date until I came to America, which was shocking. It was like nonsense for me, yeah? You know why it is the way it is? It is because of our government. So if you hate on Russian government but would love yourself a man with a Russian mentality, you are lying to yourself. Our government protects traditional values, traditional families. It even says in our constitution. So what does it mean? It means that men are getting paid more than women. Feminism? No, haven't heard in Russia. Also, our government pays women to give birth. If you give birth to a first child, you get paid $6,000. For a second child, you get paid $10,000. And it's pretty big chunk of money for America. Imagine for Russia. That's why lots of families are able to afford to buy apartments, houses after having a child. Plus, maternity leave in Russia is 3 years. 3 years, not 3 months, and government pays you all 3 years. First year and a half, they pay you full salary, and another year and a half, they pay you 50%. But if you decide to go back to work, that's okay, because our child care is free as well. Guess what? Our health care is free. So if you need a prenatal care, you got pregnant, that's okay. You don't have to find a job just to pay for your prenatal care. But on the other note, because of our traditional family protection, we don't have women's rights. Lots of women are abused in a relationship because we simply don't have any laws protecting women. No laws punishing a man. So if you even call a police for domestic abuse, they usually don't come because everything's supposed to be resolved inside of a family, and a man supposed to take care of his responsibility. Yeah. So if you manage to find yourself a decent Russian man who pays, who doesn't have any issues, you are lucky, but it's not always a case.